Hey guys, welcome back to our second Let's Play of Demon Souls. So we're going to go ahead and head on over here to the very first Archstone. And we're going to take on the Gates of Baletaria. Gotta love a game that's got a dragon in it. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to turn around and come back here for some healing items. Late moon grass right there. And now we're going to head on into the level. So a lot of basic enemies through here. Nothing that you got to really worry about too much yet. Not a bad place to farm if you need the crescent moon grass, which is the smallest of all the healing items. Work our way through all these guys here. Alright. Nice pine resin. Put fire on my weapon if I want to. Now, this is where we're going to encounter our first archer. He's not too bad. Not going to hit us at all. Come over here, and you can actually use this trap to take care of those two dudes right there. Now, this is a tricky little spot because you got a guy that's hiding right here. Another enemy, and one more for good measure. Another item hiding behind these breakables, little firebomb. And then we've got two enemies right here. You got me. Now this is where we're going to run into people who are actually using the fire bombs. Not too hard to deal with, but if you let the fire bombs hit you, they will kind of hurt. Alright, come back down here. We've got two items. Another soul. And then we've got a mail breaker. Not a great weapon, but it's still a weapon if you want to try and use it. See, you got another guy throwing fire bombs back here. Normally I like to do what I did where I rush the guy at the bottom and then I can come deal with this dude. And we'll have another guy that's throwing fire bombs. You want to wait for that first one to get thrown, then you can come up. Now we can just make our way through. Now you want to be careful when you take that guy on, because that dude, as you'll see, throws fire bombs while you're fighting, and they can hit you from that angle. And we have one more trap here that will go ahead and go up a little ways to activate. Come back down. Let that go past. Come back here to get some half moon grass. And then, gonna grab our bastard sword here. Bastard sword's a pretty good starting strength weapon. We could use it right now if we want to two-hand it, but I'm kind of liking the halberd at the moment. Now when you come up here, we've got crossbowmen that are going to be shooting at us. And then we've got another crossbowman down there and a pikeman. Alright. Grab the half moon grass from him. Now, there is a Black Knight enemy here. Pretty tough enemy to try and deal with right now, so I'm going to wait and I'm going to show you guys a cheese method for him. I'm going to come over here and deal with the blue-eyed knight. Yeah, not too bad. Now, we're not going to go this way, but I'm going to open the fog gate just because I hate leaving gates. Now, if you look down here, you see that there's an item. You can fall down here. It'll hurt a little bit, but it's not going to do that much damage to you. Actually, we're just going to go ahead and heal ourselves. Light crossbow and some wooden bolts. And we just took out the guy that was throwing bombs when we first ran up here. I'm going to go down and get that item real fast. And that's a great way to get caught. A little bit of a trek back, not too bad. And now we're going to continue running through here, and we're going to open up a shortcut. Alright, we're just going to go ahead and grab some more fire bombs. And the fire bombs will actually be helpful later. Those dudes killed themselves. Alright, now these chains you can break to actually get items off them because there's bodies attached right there. I normally break them because one of those items can actually be used to get an item off one of the NPCs back in the Nexus. I was trying so hard not to get hit there. Oh well. Now this right here is a very good item. Cling Ring. When you equip it, it gives you about a 30 your health back when you're in soul form. So I just picked up the rag set, which is for females only. And then this is the jade hair ornament, which is what you can give to the NPC back in the Nexus. So we're going to go ahead and equip the Cling Ring now. And as you guys can see, you do gain a little bit more health back, so that way you aren't as squishy in soul form. Now I am going to reset the area so that way I can show you guys that cheese method I was talking about with the red-eyed knight. Alright. So, as you can see, all the enemies are back. Love the backstab animations. Didn't mean to do that twice, but okay. Well, that was just rude, guys. Okay, so sorry about that. I ended up having some family stopping by, and I ended up having to stop the recording and pick up where I left off, which is why I have my souls again. But normally, when you die, your souls will get dropped where you die, and you have to go back and get them. But if you die before you get them, they're gone forever, and whatever souls you had acquired up to that point will be dropped in their place. So normally there's two methods people take when trying to get their souls back. Some people will blitz it to try and get there. That's very risky. Others will go through, clear the area again, and then get their souls back. Most of the time, I try to be smart about it to get my souls back, but I mean, hey, we all have those moments where we run back for them. Alright, so let's go ahead and try this again. Hopefully we don't die to fire, and then we can go and take on the next. Alright, well, not that clean, but we got it done. Keep picking up all that moon grass. Okay, now these barrels are the important part for this to actually work. Now, let's go ahead and start making our way back to that red-eyed knight. We gotta take care of the blue-eyed knight first, though. Alright, come on, buddy. Backstab. Gotta love the detail they put into the critical hits. Those are amazing. Almost got hit there. Alright, now we'll deal with pikemen. Alright, so now we have the coast cleared. Now we're gonna get the Red-Eyed Knight's attention, and we're gonna lead him back all the way to where those barrels are. Now this can be a little tricky, because sometimes he'll get caught on stuff, or he'll just start slow walking. You want to try and keep his attention as much as you can though, because if you get too far from him, he'll start walking back. Now, as you can see, I keep looking backwards, just making sure he's following me, and then I just keep on going. Now, this part's a little tricky. If you try to sprint down here too quickly, you'll lose track of him, and then he won't actually keep following you. Alright, then you want to stand right here. Oh no. This just went bad. Come on, no. I normally do not recommend doing this. Oh, and he only landed on the second ledge. That's not good. Well, this is good that this happened, so at least you guys can see that there's a possibility of things going right and going wrong. But still able to take him down. If you can get him to fall all the way down, you get a nice chunk of souls, and you get the better healing item. Or you can have what happened to me, and it could kind of go sideways on you. So it's up to you if you want to do it, or if you want to wait to fight him until later on. But with that, now we're going to continue on with the area. Now, we have an enemy right here. If you get close enough to activate him, he'll go to throw. You can get out of the way, and then we'll come through and get him. So the one enemy was hiding here. As you get close enough, you get both their attentions. Now, for one of the friendly NPCs that you can run into this area, we have a merchant.
Good day to you. Care to look over my wares? Mostly stolen, but who's telling eh?
He's got some basic healing stuff right here. It's fire bomb. The soldier lotus will stop bleeding, which will help in some of the other areas, and then some basic weapons and armor. So if there's something here you want to buy, you can. I'm not going to purchase anything because I don't want to waste the souls. I'd rather level up.
Go ahead. Take your time. I'm not going anywhere.
So now, coming around here, it'll show you one enemy, but if you move close enough, you'll have 2 more guys jump down. So I normally come back here to kind of funnel them out. And then that third... Oh, no, he wasn't coming. Sometimes you'll get all 3 of them to chase after you. Which is another why funneling them is a good idea. Now, the reason why I sprinted there is because they have 2 archers up here. And if you don't go quickly enough, you can get hit by both of them. So normally sprinting's a good idea. Now, before we go up here, we're going to run into a blue-eyed knight. He's not too bad, but you might need to dodge. And now we killed him. And doesn't look like he dropped anything. So we're going to open up this side path here. Or this main path, I should say. But we're going to head back and do a side area. And get another NPC. And there are multiple ways to get down. This is one of them where you can jump down, but you'll take some fall damage. I normally prefer coming this way because you actually get to talk to him and then help him out. So if you come up to this ledge here, you'll see that that's the NPC. And all you got to do is walk up to the edge and do your roll. Grab our item. And now let's talk to Strava.
That was a bold leap. A surprise indeed. Well, now that you are here, pray thee, fend off these dreglings.
Alright, so he needs help from all the little dudes down here. And 2 left, and now we'll talk to Strava.
My thanks for your brave rescue. I am Ostrava of Baletaria. Accept this as a token of my gratitude. Now I take my leave. There is something I must do.
Alright, and now Ostrava will show up in the Nexus as long as he lives to make it there. Now, there are going to be a couple of enemies that pop out of these doors here. They're not too crazy, but there's a blue-eyed knight with a claymore that Ostrava's going to get the attention of there. So now, we're going to save him again. And that knight does have a chance of dropping his claymore, so sometimes it's worth farming him if you want to try and get that weapon early. Take down another enemy. We're going to come to the side here and get a soul. Now there's a side path over here that Ostrava will go down that we can help him with. And And another soul hidden in the back. Now this is where it can get kind of dangerous because there's a lot of just the dregs that are here. And if you pull too many of their attention, you can get really hurt. Heal up a little bit. Hit him by accident again. Now, normally if you hit Ostrava a couple times, he's not too bad, but if you get him down to, I believe it's about anywhere from a fourth to half his health, he'll actually turn on you and start attacking you anytime he sees you. So you want to be careful of that. Alright, so now we're going to continue on through the area. Got some more drugs over here that we can deal with. A bunch of aggressive dudes this time around. Now that we're right here, you should recognize this area as where we sprinted across to deal with the archers. We're going to go back up, and we're going to continue on our way. Now when you get right here, this is a little trap that if you go walking through there, by angle, you see that there's a bunch of enemies and archers. Well, you can set the trap on them, break it, and then the trap takes out all the enemies. Now we're going to run into two more pikemen. Now, I don't have any range attacks, so I'm not actually going to do this area, but I am going to show that we have two dragons here, and there's a bunch of goodies there. Now, the red dragon will breathe fire at you if you try to run down there, and the blue one will try and hit you with the tail. The items are good. Most of the time it's best to come here with a bow and then scare the red one off and you can run around and get everything. I will not be doing that right now, but we'll come back and do that later. But one thing we are going to do is we're going to stand right here, because we should have activated the red dragon, there he is, to come and clear our path. Whew, that one archer almost ruined it for me. So once the dragon breathes fire through that, it clears the path for the most part to where you can sprint your way through after he's finished. It always leaves two archers. Sometimes if you're unlucky it'll leave one or two enemies. But once you sprint through, Sorry about that, got the cutscene. But once you sprint through, you can deal with the enemies and then go down there and get the item. Now, normally they'll drop stuff. You can choose to go back and get it. That will reactivate the dragon. But I'm gonna chance it. Nice, I was able to get them and come back before you got there. Alright, now we're gonna continue. You have a dragon on either side of you when you come out of that hallway. Easy to take care of them. If you come back here, there's an item that's hidden behind all the wood that was there. And we get some more pine resin. And now we're gonna encounter a couple more enemies. Get their attention to come around the corner. Because the third enemy is hiding in the back and he'll throw fire bombs at you. So now this is a new enemy type that we have come across, which is to give you a hint at what the bosses we're going to be fighting. Come out here, pick us up another soul, and then we're going to come down to another one of the new enemies. Now, the reason I'm rolling to the back of them is because in the front, that's a shield they have, and if you try to hit it, you'll do less damage, but if you get behind them, you'll hit them for more damage. Alright, second shortcut opened up. And now, we have all of Baletaria opened up to us. Now let's go ahead and get our stuff situated here. I'm gonna add the fire bombs and the pine resin, and we're gonna go deal with the boss, who is extremely weak to fire. This is the Phalanx. As you can see, he's got a bunch of those little guys with the shields all over him. And just throwing fire bombs at him damages a whole bunch of them. So now at this point, it's up to you if you want to actually go in there and attack the boss or keep throwing fire bombs. I like to throw them until I'm out and then run in and finish the boss off. And as soon as he dies, all the little dudes that are left dies, and we're human again. Get the lead demon soul from the Phalanx boss that we just beat. And now let's head back to the Nexus.
Welcome back. The monumental awaits the above. monumental will explain the nexus to thee.
Alright, let's go talk to the monumental. Now, while we're running up the stairs, they did a great job with the Nexus looking as beautiful as it does now. Just all the detail in this remaster is amazing. I love it. Now, the Monumental can actually be pretty easy to miss because he looks very similar to all the rest of these guys, and you could overshoot him. But the best way to know the one you need to talk to is the one that actually has a candle lit. So let's talk to him.
We have long awaited you, slayer of demons. I am one of the monumentals. We preserve the fabric of reality. There is a tale I wish to tell you. Once, we too a scourge of demons faced. In the distant past, under benevolent rule, the world was united owing to the soul arts. Until a lust for power caused the awakening of the Old One. Across the land seeped a colorless, deep fog, and the world faced extinction at the hands of the demons. Thanks be, we were able to lull the Old One back to its slumber, yet only after the loss of innumerable souls, and most of the world lost, erased by the fog. In order to mend the fabric of what lands still remained, we entrusted 6 leaders with 6 precious archstones. One to the king of a small yet industrious land. One to the king of the burrowers underground. One to the wise queen of the great ivory tower. One to the chieftain of lost and ill-fortuned souls. One to the shaman of the tempest-worshipping shadowmen. And the last to the great giants of the northern lands. The archstones were placed in the fringelands that survived. We contained the Old One here below the Nexus and prohibited the soul arts. Finally, we became monumentals, half-living sentinels of the fabric of reality. Alas, the other monumentals have perished, and only I remain. Now it is your turn. You must lull the Old One back to its slumber and seal it away for all eternity. If not, a deep fog will absorb all that we know. Have you the strength to bear this burden?
Of course we have the strength.
Yes. We are fortunate indeed to have you. Now, go forth and destroy every last demon. The Old One, without demons to feed its souls, will a new servant seek and lure you to its bosom.
All right. So now, before you head back down to the base of the Nexus, if you come to the end of the hallway and go down the stairs, we've got an item here. Stone of the Ephemeral Eye. Now you can use that if you die to go back from soul form into human form. Alright, now we're going to make our way back down to the bottom of the Nexus. Alright, and now we have the Candle Maiden here. This is who we talked to level up.
Brave soul, for whom death is no fear. Prithee, lull the old one back to its ancient slumber.
Alright, and on that note, we're going to call this video. I'll see you guys in the next one.